tapaswadhyaya niratam tapasvi vagvidamvaram Naradam paripapracha Valmikir Munipungavam.
Om tapaswadhyaya niratam tapasvi vakvidamvaram Naradam paripapracha Valmikir Munipungavam.
Konvasmin sampratam loke Gunavan kascha viryavan Dharmagnyascha kritagnyascha Satyavakyo dridhavrataha.
Onvasmin sampratam loke Gunavan kascha viryavan Dharmagnyascha kritagnyascha Satyavakyo dridhavrataha.
Verse 8. Ikshvakuvamsha prabhavaha Ramo nama janaishrutaha Niyatatma mahaviryaha Dyutiman dhritiman vashi.
Ikshvakuvamsha prabhavaha Ramo nama janaishrutaha Niyatatma mahaviryaha Dhritiman vashi.
Buddhiman nitiman vagmi Shriman Chatrunibarhanaha Vipulamso mahabahuhu Kambugrivo mahahanuhu.
Buddhiman nitiman vagmi Shriman Chatrunibardhanaha Vipulamso mahabahuhu Kambugrivo mahahanuhu.
Mahorasko maheshwasaha Gudhajatrurarindamaha Ajanubahu sushiraha Sulalatassu vikramaha.
Mahorasko maheshwasaha Gudhajatrurarindamaha Ajanubahu sushiraha Sulalatassu vikramaha.
Samasama vibhaktangaha Snigdhavarna pratapavan Pinavaksha vishalakshaha Lakshmivan chubhalakshanaha.
Samasama vibhaktangaha Snigdhavarna pratapavan Pinavaksha vishalakshaha Lakshmivan shubhalakshanaha.
We have seen up to here the beginning of Sri Rama's description. The gunas, the qualities have been categorized into physical qualities, general qualities, and qualities that represent valor. As a prince of the royal dynasty, qualities of valor is also described. The first set of verses we saw from 8 up to 11 describes his physical form, Lord Rama's physical form. And here, as I pointed out to you last time, that there is a shastra called the Samudrika Lakshanam, which describes the qualities of a Mahapurusha. And so the physical description, even the physical description reveals that radiance of a Mahapurusha, of a great, great soul. And so that description relates to certain marks on the body, certain proportion of the body, and so on, so forth. We completed that description in the last session, and now from verse number 12 we are to see the mental qualities, the mental makeup of Sri Rama. Dharmagnya satyasandhascha.
धर्मज्ञः सत्यसन्धश्च
Prajanam chahite rataha.
प्रजानां च हिते रतः
Yashasvi jnana sampannaha.
यशस्वी ज्ञानसम्पन्नः
Shuchirvashya samadhiman.
शुचिर्वश्यः समाधिमान्
Dharmagnyas satyasandhascha. Prajanam chahite rataha. Yashasvi jnana sampannaha. Shuchirvashya samadhiman.
धर्मज्ञः सत्यसन्धश्च प्रजानां च हिते रतः यशस्वी ज्ञानसम्पन्नः शुचिर्वश्यः समाधिमान्.
So here we are looking at the mental makeup. Very, very important to note this mental makeup, because this is the style of the tradition. Whether you look at Bhagavad Gita or the Upanishads or this great Kavya, Adi Kavya, and the style of this tradition is that it points out the exalted person. It points out the qualities of a Siddha Mahatma, a great Purusha, somebody who excels a certain inner quiet and a radiant disposition. And keeping that icon, that hero or that archetype as your archetype, then the next step will be, how should I imbibe this? Can I imbibe? And if I were to imbibe these qualities, then what are the elements I need to take care of? What aspects in my attitudes and approach I need to take care of? And so here, this is what we call mumukshoho sadhanani. So Sri Rama's qualities as the icon, as the archetype, as the exalted being those qualities become our sadhana, our spiritual practices. And so here, how would you cultivate these practices, these qualities? So there is a method to cultivate. One we talk about is training yourself for Viveka Shakti, discriminating capacity. A capacity to be objective is called a discriminative capacity. Developing a discriminative capacity, Viveka Shakti is required. That means a certain objectivity. Objectivity means a tremendous intellectual honesty. Intellectual honesty alone brings objectivity, because we are so intelligent that we justify all our doings, We always have answers and reasons, and we use our intelligence to defend our activities. And therefore, an intellectual honesty refers to a non-defensive approach, an objective approach, looking at situations from different perspectives, not just my perspective. There are other perspectives, and other perspectives are equally valid for the people who have those perspectives. It's all about perspective. Right or wrong is later to be decided, but first that perspective has got to be acknowledged. And therefore here he says that Viveka Shakti. Secondly, another important sadhana to imbibe mental qualities is a very key. I mean, I would call these, master key to shifting your own thinking pattern. And the second one is called Pratipaksha Bhavana. For you every morning. Well, in the beginning you may fake it, but my guru used to say, if there's no other way, fake it and make it. Keep doing this for 40 days and you will find somewhere down the line a shift has happened. Why? Because the action is being done and the mind will say eventually, anyway I am going all out to do this. Let me just drop my old thinking and reconnect with the person. Or you can do some journal work where you express your feelings, your negative feelings, and release whatever is happening so that you can be objective and start afresh. So there are various ways to imbibe Pratipaksha Bhavana, a very important and very effective way of changing the thought pattern towards people. And then it is said, Sankalpaha. Sankalpaha is another, this is called affirmation. Affirmations, making a visualizing. Visualize yourself as having these qualities of Sri Rama, which are going to be said. Visualize yourself, and the more you see yourself in that light, the more you will begin to actualize yourself in that way. And therefore, Sankalpaha, affirmations. We have a modern, new age has all these, what they call these techniques, this NLP technique and affirmation techniques are there. This is all part of Sankalpa for us. The fourth is Prarthana, prayers. Sincere prayers that let me not live a life of divide, of separation. And therefore Prarthana and Satsangaha, meeting like-minded people, making other spiritual seekers as part of your family so that, you can check on each other. Well, how are they managing these changes of attitude? How am I managing? Little competition, little comparison does help us to move forward in the initial stages. And therefore, Satsangaha, with your contemporaries, with the help of your guru, having this, holding on to this journey of inner growth and transformation.